What's up, people of YouTube? I'm Karsatowski and welcome to the Karsatowski Bowling YouTube channel. So in last week's video we went over the 1996 PBA Bud Light Championship, but today we're gonna do the year prior, the 1995 Bud Light Championship. So let's go and get on to the title match. Okay, this is the championship match of the 1995 PBA Bud Light Championship. This is Jess Stayrook versus Phil Ringinger. And if you know from the previous video that we did, Phil Ringinger was the #1 qualifier of that event the next year. So this is basically the first of 2 consecutive top seeds in this same tournament. So pretty interesting here. So we'll see what happens in this match. And Jess Stayrook. Jess Stayrook is one of the very few players to ever pick up the 7-10 split on television. And that's probably his #1 moment in his entire career as well. There have been a total of 4 players to convert the 7-10 split. All right. So some of you have commented a little bit about Phil Ringinger in my last video. And according to some of you, he's made about 16 appearances in PBA competition. And he did that from 1983 to 1996. So he had a pretty good run in his PBA career. And he pretty much led that qualifying round from in 4th, 5th, and 6th. And he made a huge jump from the first round. Oh, yeah, in the last video, he got distracted again. So it looks like he's one of those guys to get relatively easily distracted by camera flashes and people stepping up on the approach, but then again, a lot of people kind of do that. He's got a pretty solid game, I'd have to say. Perfect strike. Yeah, also something that I mentioned in the last video as well is that it kind of feels like that there are more people in the crowds during this time. And one of the main reasons to that is a lot of these step ladder finals take place in like a gymnasium someplace or in an arena setting like this one is. But I think that even in the bowling centers themselves, like everybody is just in the back. The bleachers are at the back of the bowlers, and also there's stands along over at the sides as well of the bowling lanes. Like they actually put bleachers out in the bowling lanes. So yeah, so whether it's in an arena setting or in a bowling center, it just feels like there was more of a crowd back during this time. And also that big screen that they had behind the bowlers as well. Oh, they kind of messed up. They messed up with their transition there. Anyway, so yeah, and they have that big screen now behind the bowlers, and it's like with the bowler's name at the, you know, on the screen. It also has sponsors on there as well. I don't really care for that too much, but that is the world that we live in now, where everybody has sponsors all the time. So it's just constantly flashing in front of your face. So during this time though, it just feels more simpler with not as many sponsors. And somebody's gold watch right there, put his towel on top of it. Oh, the chairs even have the sponsors on them too. That's nice. He's got a good look right now. Just Stayrook. His ball keeps finishing a little bit too high in the pocket, but Phil Ringinger right now has a near perfect look to the pocket. Oh, his watch fell off. Okay. Just going to put it down. And again, the same exact trophy from the year prior. Well, as the next year will be. Interesting. That is a nice trophy, though. Although it's interesting how it wouldn't be like a big Bud Light can, though. Okay, let's skip some of these 90s ads over here. Tournament chairman. Huh. Now you've got like tournament directors and bowling center proprietors that they showcase a lot of times. Just Stayrook trails by 32. He's going to need to find a consistent way to the pocket. Now, that's a good way to start, for sure. Now, it's still early, so he's got time to catch up, but he's going to need to do a little bit more of that if he wants to get back in this. There you go, knocks out that 7-pin. You need breaks like that if you're going to win titles. Yeah, that is in a school gymnasium for sure, and you can see those wood bleachers in the back. Yeah. In my school, well, in my high school, we had the plastic bleacher. We had like, the base of them was metal, but you actually sat on like plastic. And they were some of the most uncomfortable bleachers in the world. No back support to them at all. And they were just, the bleachers themselves were so rough that after 20 minutes, I'd have to go stand up because my butt just hurt so bad on there. But those wood bleachers, they're not too bad from what I remember. We had those in the church that was next door to the school. Oh, and that's another perfect shot for 5 in a row. That is a Yahtzee right there. Yeah. Also, a lot of the bowling terms that exist, a lot of them is like baggers, like a 2-bagger, a 3-bagger, a 4-bagger, a 5-bagger. And I kind of don't really like that stuff. I really don't like the baggers at all because it's just very uncreative. I think Rob Stone might have come up with Yahtzee. I know he came up with Hambone. Oh, and he didn't crack open a 6-pack. If he would have struck on that shot, he would have cracked open a 6-pack, and that would have been fitting for the sponsor of this tournament. Dadgum. Well, his ball is finishing a little bit high in the pocket now, so he's going to have to make a slight adjustment. He's still making really great shots, and he has a good look to the pocket. He's just going to have to go with transition. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, now what happened there, it seemed like is he threw it a little bit too fast and just got in the oil a little bit too much. He didn't angle quite enough to get out that 4-pin. Wow, you don't see that too often. Missing a 4-pin. But it does happen from time to time. Oh, that was a light mixer strike right there. He liked that one. Yeah, that's what he needed to get back in this match. That's exactly what you want to do after an open frame by your opponent. Again, not the best reaction, but it did just enough to get back in there. And he'll just need one more strike to take a 1-pin lead, and he will have the advantage. There you go. Perfect 10 in the pit. That is exactly what you want to have happen. I think there's Johnny Petraglia in the front row too. Yeah, he's happy about that one. I bet he thought he was out of it having to have an uphill battle. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, now the breaks are definitely going in Stayrook's way right now. That was a terrible break. And in the last video, Phil's opponent did this. And now Phil has done it. Or I should just say, he did it again! He did it again! He did the exact same thing. What in the world? I don't think I have ever seen this ever on TV. Whiffing 2 single pins in a row. Unbelievable. He did the exact same thing, just threw it a little bit too fast, didn't angle it quite enough, and look what happened. And now that one will look like he just threw it a little bit too hard, and it just skated all the way through, and it left the bucket. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, that was perfect. That one was perfect. Wow. Now, he would still be pretty much down in the match, even if he picked up those previous 2 spares. I have never seen that. I've never seen somebody whiffing 2 single pin spares in a row on TV. Just Stayrook feels like that he just got a gift wrapped and put in his lap. And there you go. Trip out that 7 pin, and that is just about going to seal it up. Wow. That is a Yahtzee of his own. Pretty much a strike in the 9th frame is going to lock this match up.
So it's still up for grabs, 2 frames left. Right now, the momentum in favor of just Stayrook.
It looks pretty good. Oh, come on, get there. Oh, man. Well, he's gotten fortunate with those 7-pin carries, and that one just didn't carry for him. But he almost got the messenger.
We mentioned Larry Kammer, director, 32 and a half years, dedicated to ABC, now moving on to Turner. And behalf of
Okay, he just needs to pick this up, and that's going to set him up for the 10th frame. There you go. Oh, it kind of looks like somebody has recorded this on their VHS tape and then converted it to a digital file. That's what it looks like. Alright, well, Phil's pretty much going to need to continue to strike out, but I think it might be too little too late. Yeah, that's what he did in the first half of this match, and then just, you know, didn't have bad shots. It's just that his carry was a little bit wonky for a few frames. The only real bad shot that he's had was in the 8th frame.
3 times in the 10th. He would force the Rock to strike to win. This is the big one right here. Cannot afford anything but a strike.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, if he would have had those 2 shots in the 6th and 7th frames, then we would still have a match here. Yeah. That's just unfortunate that he had those 2 opens in a row, because he could have had 7 in a row, and even if he would have still had that bucket, he would still be leading, and he could pretty much win with the strike here, but just wasn't to be. Perfect. Absolute perfect. Again, it looks like it's still going to be a little bit too late, but just do what he needs to do in the 10th frame to go out for a 236.
In almost a month, and right now Philip Ringer has set himself in a position to tie, win, or lose, depending on what Stayrook does in the 10th.
Okay, that's a really nice shot. Got that one a little bit wide. It had some good carry. All right, 236 for Phil. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I don't know what it's like to be on TV and bowling for a title for the first time, but yeah, his nerves must have been to him, but he handled them pretty well overall today. That's perfect. Yeah, that's good to take advantage right there.
Of Brunswick, assistant dean for athletics and old friends.
Yeah, if only Phil would have picked up those 2 makeable spares. Yeah, that is the difference for this match. So they say picking up your spares is important for a reason. Now, look at that. Look at that. All he needs to do is pick up the spare and he'll win by 1. And Phil knows it too. He knows that if he didn't leave those open frames, that he would have already locked up this match. Look at that. Dead on. Wow. Wow. Yep. Dadgum. Well, Phil started off with the front 5, and then Jess ended up having 5 in a row of his own to get back into it after those 2 open frames. Yeah. I'm sure that was definitely one of Jess's biggest moments also, doing what he needed to do and capitalizing after open frames. So, folks at home, pick up your spares. And I guess I can tell myself that too, because I've left a lot of makeable spares, as in my video I've uploaded on Friday. I've missed a few makeable spares in that event too to kind of keep me out of it. Well, anyway, so that is the 1995 Bud Light Championship. So if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure that you give this video a like, and also comment down below on what other ones you'd like for me to see. I'm going to give you a little bit of a teaser for what the next video is going to be. So we covered the 95 and 96 Bud Light Championship. Next video is going to be the 1997 Bud Light Championship. So keep on the lookout for that. Also, if some of you are not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, which I know there's a lot of new viewers to my channel over the last several weeks, so if you don't want to miss any more videos, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. Anyway, so I'm Karsatowski. Keep watching my content, and I'll see you in that next video. See ya!